Hi, and welcome to my DIY wedding shoe tutorial. I'm going to show you how to personalize your old boots, repurpose them. I'm just making my old combat boots more fancy. They already are with their rose embroidery on the side, but they are really badly scuffed. I think there's even some paint on the inside, and they're kind of a hot mess. So I am just repurposing them, and I will be using them as wedding shoes. Feel free to use tennis shoes, heels, chucks, sandals. It's limitless with what you can personalize. So I'm using these scrapbooking gems. You can find them in Michael's or Joann's or online. I'm using E6000 for my adhesive. Feel free to use whichever adhesive that you like. Now, the fun thing about these scrapbooking gems, these rhinestones in particular, is they're on this sticky track, and you can peel them off. But what's nice about this, when you keep them on that track, is you can figure out placement on your boot, like I did here. Let's get in focus. And yeah, it just helps with figuring out placement with what you like and what you don't like. But you don't want to keep them on there for the final look. You're gonna want to remove the rhinestones from the sticky track and adhere them with your glue so that they'll actually stay in place for a long time. Because trust me, that scrapbooking sticker isn't going to last long at all. So I'm just going to show you really easy. You just peel it off. It's going to be a little sticky in the back sometimes, but overall, as long as it's mostly clean, you can then apply your glue. Now for this tutorial, I decided to show the pearls. So I already preemptively peeled all the pearls off, and they're all flat on the bottom. You're going to want to take cardboard, scrap of paper, and we're going to glue along the perimeter of the shoe. Go ahead and grab your paper or cardboard and put some globs of glue on there. I'm being a messy kid and sticking my pearls right on there. And I'm going to place it right on the edges where I want them to end, if that makes sense. And I'm only starting on the bottom perimeter. It's just easier to work that way, working from the bottom up. But you don't want to put your pearls or rhinestones too close to the ground because they could potentially get caught on things and get torn off. I decided to be a smart kid and use a matchstick. You could use a bobby pin, toothpick. You just use one end and you can apply glue cleanly that way. And trust me, you don't want glue on your fingers. Yay, film magic! So now I'm actually starting in the center and working my way outwards. I'm starting in the center because I want to focus the attention to detail towards the toe of the boots, mainly because that's what people will see the most of when I'm walking or dancing or doing photos or whatever it is I'll be doing. I don't even know yet. So some people do a bricklaying method where they'll place a rhinestone or pearl in between the cracks, but I didn't do the spacing quite right, so they're not perfectly aligned, but that's okay, because again, I'm just focusing on that center toe area. So I'm just working with the curve of the boot. And of course, with your own shoes, you are the master of your own style. So by all means, you can even change it up by maybe even pearl rhinestone, or even placement. Maybe you just want a couple lines, or maybe you want to do a grid. But now I'm doing arches around the toe boot. And one thing that's nice about this particular glue, even though it's a little annoying, is that it hasn't set yet, so I can move them around. You could even stop here at this point to create kind of like a cowboy boot effect, a scalloped toe, but I'm going to keep going and fill this in. One thing I didn't think of that would have helped is actually stuffing the inside of the boot with maybe butcher paper, scrap paper, just so that it's a little bit more firm to press on. But c'est la vie. There, and I'm done. That's the final look. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Until next time.